Hello, today I'm going to show you how to do a Magic 8-Ball tutorial in Eclipse. So let's get started. Let's open up Eclipse and let's make the directory on, let's go with this PC, there we go, okay. Let's open up Eclipse and let's make a new project, new Java project. Let's call it Magic8Ball tutorial, and let's hit finish. Okay, so let's open up the source folder, make a new class, and we'll just call it Magic8Ball. And so let's make a class and then a main function. So like this. Okay. So in order to let's make it so the user has to input a question. This will be based on random numbers. So let's make a new scanner player. Let's just do player inputs equals new scanner system.in. Okay, so what we have to do is hover your mouse over that and import the scanner. Make this capital. There we go. Okay, so let's make the player input a string. So we'll do string. Can't type today. Player input is equal to that. So they input it. So let's make a random number because that will a number for the amount of thinking time this Magic8Ball will do. So let's make a new integer thought. Let's set it equal to 5. We'll see what happens. And let's make a new random number so the answer could be yes, no, maybe so, you know. Let's just call it rand equals new random. We're gonna make a GUI for this, so let's do player input is equal to player input dot next line. So let's do a while player input. Yeah, let's make a while loop so when the user types quit into the console, it will quit the program for them. So let's do while player input dot equals ignore case quit, like what they type in. But we're going to make a GUI for this, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll put the code in the description. So let's do another while loop inside this while loop. So let's do all player input dot length is greater than less than 2, because we need to have a long question. So player input dot equals ignore case let's do system out dot print line please. You can make this whatever you want, but this is to take nothing in or too short of one. Please ask question or else print line just prints the console. You need to be longer question. So while it's thinking, we can do print 9 thinking capital C. So let's run this and see what happens. Save it. Oh, the error is that we have to import the random number. Okay, I fixed it. So let's run this. Save it. Okay, so if we ask a yes or no question, let's say, well, I win the lotto. Oh, that's weird. I think. Whoops. Okay. So what happens is, since we have a while loop, it's asking this thing to print thinking forever and ever and ever and ever. So all we have to do is anything. So what we have to do is we have to put this here after the while loop, and then you need to put in this, ask a yes or no question, and then at the bottom you may have to delete what's at the top, and then let's call new scanner, player input equals new scanner system.in, and then player input equals player input that next line, so it always goes to the next line. So if we run it, ask a yes or no question, say, will I win lotto making? And then it just stinks. And then ask another. But we have to have an answer, right? So what we have to do is, and we also have to make a random amount, so it thinks a random amount of time. So let's do, remember the integer that we made, thought, up here? So let's do thought equals the random number, dot next int, and let's just set it equal to 4. Okay. Now let's do a for loop. Let's do for int I equals 0. Semicolon. I thought and then let's do I add 1. And that's loop. Now let's do a try. Let's do thread dot current thread dot sleep for 1 second, but it will be a random number. And then let's make it. Oh, I added an extra bracket. What? Let's do a catch. Interrupted. I know there's errors, but I'll fix them in a second. Exception E dot current stack trace. Okay. Now, the random number is going to be, depending on what number it answered is, will be either yes, no, no way, OMG, yes, totally, and nope. So let's do this. Let's make a switch statement. So let's do a switch. Ran next int 6. Let's make it equal to 6, so there will be 6 options. So if the case is 0, system out print 9. Yes. And then we have to do a break. Now, if the case mod, let's do system out print 9. No. Break. And let's do case 2. System out print 9. Set it to no way. Let's do break. Now, case 3. System out dot line. OMG, yes. And that was to break. Now, case 4. System out print line. Totally. And now, and the last one is a little different. We have to do default system dot out. I forgot to break on that. System dot out print line. Nope. Now let's do break. And there's a closing bracket for it. And that's pretty much it. So the next line to write is system dot out dot print 9. Ask. Okay, this is after they're done. And after they answer the first question, then this makes tells them to enter another question. Ask a yes or no question. And then we have to do player input equals new scanner, so it makes another scanner. For them to restart it over again. Then we do player input equals new variable, player input x, y. Okay, so let's see if it works. So asking us your question. Will I win the lottery? Thinking no. Okay. Please ask questions because I didn't ask anything. Does Siri like donuts? Yes. Okay, good. So now, if we want to make a new GUI or GUI, however you want to say it, for this Magic 8-Ball, so it opens a window, we have to go under your source folder, right click, make a new class. Let's call it M8GUI. And you don't need a main method because the main method is in the other class. Okay, so public class and make GUI. Let's do this. Make it a window. We have to do extends JFrame and for buttons, just in case we need it, implements action caption action listener. Spelled it wrong. Import the JFrame and import the action listener. Okay. So now we should make a button for the program to think. So what we're going to do is do public caps lock public static J button, the think button, think. Now let's import the J button. Don't worry about that error. Okay, so now we have to make a panel for the buttons to go on. So let's make a new J panel. Let's call it panel control. Now let's make another J panel. And let's call it center panel. And now let's call it the J panel. Let's import the J panel. Let's call the J panel panel. And then let's call another J panel display. And for the person to type in the question that they want to ask the Magic 8-Ball, let's do a J text field question. Let's call it question. And let's make Boolean display items equals true. So now let's make a function called M8GUI. And this is the top of the window, what this will be called. So it will be called Magic8. You can call this whatever you want, but I'm going to call it Magic8Ball Tutorial version 1.0. And let's make the panel that we made up here, so right here, and let's make that a new shape panel. And let's also do that for panel control equals new shape panel. And let's also do this for sensor panel that we made up here. Okay, and let's do so now we're gonna make the display. Oh, before you go any further, the display is a JLabel. This will be their answer, like yes or no. So we have to import JLabel and import the JText field. There we go. Okay. The JText field question. There we go. So the next step is did the new JPanels. So now we're gonna. This doesn't exist yet, we're going to type it out later, but we're going to make the initialize function and display equals new JLabel with nothing in it, because the program is going to fill the JLabel. And then we do panel control, which will be the top panel, and display and then we'll do this to set the size. This, okay, set size 1000 by 720 pixels. Okay, that's the end of this function. Now, so the label, it can't be changed when, like, the program starts with the label empty, and when you tell it to put an answer in, it has to make a new window with the label set to your answer. So it's the same thing. Oh, and we also have to do this. This dot set visible true. Okay, so now let's just copy and paste this. C, and let's make another function. M8 GUI, and let's make a new string called string, and then 12v this, so it'll just open up a new window with all these things in it. Now we should do the init function. So we have to do, can do public, maybe we don't need public, just do void init so we have to initialize things. So let's initialize the question. Equals new J text field, and let's make it 60 pixels wide. It'll be more than 60 pixels wide, but that's just how you use it. And let's also make think was new J button with the word think on the button. Now let's do think dot set bounds four hundred, whoops, 300, 160. And now we have to add these things to the panel. So we do panel.add think center panel is where we put the question. We do center panel.add question. And then we have to do set the position of the panels. So we do this to add panel order layouts dot south. Now we have to import the border layout. There we go, set it south, because it's going to be at the bottom. So then we do this to add center panel. Border layout dot center. We go to the next line, and then we do the panel control. Order layout dot north. And that's the end of the initialize function. So, okay, let's do a new function. So let's do public void action performed. Let's do action events if event dot get source parentheses equals think, and then this is if statement, we have brackets. Then let's do rand equals new random. In thought equals rand dot next int, and let's make it 2. Okay, so now this is a little bit complicated. Let's do for loop int I equals 0 semicolon I less than thought semicolon I plus add 1 and brackets, and now let's do try thread dot current thread dot sleep for a random number, but for now it's set to 1,000, which really means 1 second. It's 1,000 milliseconds. And then let's do catch interrupted exception E. Okay, and then we do E. This is like what we did back in the other class. Print stack trace go, and now we have to do another switch statement. Okay, so for the random integers again, so let's do another switch statement. Switch rand dot next int And if it's case 0, let's do this. New M8 GUI. Yes. Case 1. Good. New M8 GUI. No. And then after this, we have to close the window. Because remember how I told you we made a new window? So we have to do dispose of the window. Dispose. Okay, and then we also do break. Same thing. Dispose. And break. Case 2. Case 2. New and 8 Let's make it it was no way. Exposing the window. And let's do break. Okay. Now let's do case 3. Move this back out of the way. New M8 GUI. What was it? It was OMG. Yes. Expose. And let's do break. Okay. One more. Case 4. Okay. Dispose. Break. Now let's do what we did before. Defaults. New M8 GUI. Nope. Oops. Dispose. Break. and bracket, and the bracket's already there, and we're pretty much done. So let's see if it works. Let's import action event, and we had to import random. It seems fine to me. And just good morning. Okay. Save. Should open the window sometime soon. Oh, what we have to do is go back to your other class and stop the program. We have to do, under the main method, we have to do new MAGY. That's why it's not opening. Okay, so let's run this. So let's do will I win the lottery. Yes, yay! So that's pretty much it. Magic components, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and take it easy.